I'm a survivor.
I'm Jeff Varner from Survivor's Australian Outback in Cambodia. You know, when Abby's acting up, Gandhi is storming off, or Deb is looking for rocks somewhere, you are exactly where you need to be. Oh my God, this is delicious. Who needs food when you've got Dwaine and David? This is Survivor Talk with D&D.
So if you feel me, put your hands in there. Put your hands in there.
Welcome to Survivor Talk with D&D. I'm Dwaine.
And I'm Joe.
Wait a second. Who are you? What did you do with David?
I ate him. He's no longer here. He got ate at the bit. Bounced out of here.
Well, thanks for joining us, Joe. As you all know, this is Joey Amazing, Joe Anglim from 30 and 31. How are you doing today, man?
Too kind, Dwaine. I'm good, brother. I'm really good. I'm actually at my folks' place in Arizona, and I've got about 5 other of my Dirty 30 castmates staying with me, and maybe 2 more on the way. We're picking up Rodney at the airport here in a little bit too. But I got Mama C, Mike, and Tyler and Sierra. We got the gangs all together.
Cool. Mama C's been on the show, Mike's been on the show, and Tyler's been on the show. Yep.
We got and Rodney's coming in, and so we got it's gonna a good little weekend coming up here this next couple days. It's gonna be really fun.
Well, I appreciate you filling in on short notice. David is sick. I was sick 2 weeks ago. But
yeah, man, you guys are killing it.
I'm still getting over pneumonia, and David's just sick. I don't know what he's got. So
I've never had pneumonia. Is it as terrible as it sounds?
You don't want it. I promise you that. You're so drained of energy, and you're coughing up a lung, and you think you feel good enough to do something, so you get up and do it, and then the next thing you know, you're in bed again. So yeah, it's not fun.
Godspeed, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So welcome to our recap, discussion, and feedback show for episode 5 of Survivor Kaôh Rōng. And of course, we welcome Joe from seasons 31 and 30, and future season to be named later.
Oh,
he will not, say that that's true or not, but I'm predicting a 3-tribe game where they pit you against Caleb and Malcolm.
Oh,
that's my prediction.
That's a solid. That's a solid. Would it just be us 3 though?
No, y'all would have like a bunch of newbies.
Oh, and all noobs. Okay, but just us 3 were the only returnees. Okay.
Right, kind of like they did with Coach and them,
Yeah, they did it with what was it? Russell and Penner and Malcolm, wasn't it? Didn't they do a 3-tribe?
They might have
captains. Wasn't there a?
With Malcolm?
There was or was it? Oh, it was on Malcolm's first season.
Yeah.
When they got down, they were 3 the 3-tribe captains.
Right.
Attorneys. Yeah.
Right. And
like
so that's my prediction. It'll be you, Caleb, and Malcolm heading up the tribe. So that's what I'm thinking. We'll see.
What about I've been thinking about it a lot. Like, what if could it be heroes, villains? Could it be fans' favorites?
A hero on that.
Yeah. People have been telling me, like, look out for all-stars. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you do that too. I don't know. I just see that, Probst really liked Caleb. Well, not at first, but
he
then
grew on him.
Yeah, he grew on him. He didn't like him. Caleb was like a 3-week before add-on, And so he really, like I'm telling you something you don't know.
I mean, well, I'm just saying, because here's the thing, Jeff, I know that Jeff wants to keep the nature of the show in around Survivor. So I just don't know how the Kaôh network feel.
Yeah.
How that was reciprocated. I don't think that's the high,
Well, I got that information off of Dalton Ross's interview. Probst said, I didn't want Caleb. I fought him or I fought getting him on. But once I got him on, he's great. I mean, like Caleb's not going to be back on. Right.
And like Jeff to judge a book by its cover. I mean, how many times have we seen people that probably shouldn't be on Survivor ever go all the way to the end? Like, it's an amazing thing, actually.
Yes. or people who win, who he's like, I wish you had played a different way, Kim.
Oh,
don't. I mean, she's a great winner. No, she's a great winner, but I bet Probst was just like, let's go on. Let's get an alpha male to win. You know how?
Yeah, alphas and omegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, Jeff. I think he's surprised. I think he's surprised by this cast a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. There's a lot of big personalities, and some of them know how to talk to the camera. Some of them get it. They understand how to articulate their story, and then some of them just don't. So I think he's kind of depending on who it is.
Yeah. So we do have a first question. A friend of the show, her name is Chaos Cass, wanted me to ask you, was the showmance between us real? That's what he wants to know. That's what.
Of course it was real. Even though everything out there is gameplay. I mean, come on. Chaos. My heart, it hurts. I don't care what anyone says. I love Cass. Me and her connected out there. Yeah. We had a cool thing. We had a good thing.
Yeah.
She didn't piss me off. I mean, it just didn't work out. It just was a tough point of the merge, and I had to go, sorry girl, I gotta let you go.
Yeah.
But no, she's a good old gal. She lives out in the country. We'd get along just fine, drinking beer and ATVing around.
She's moving to Texas, Mike's neck of the woods.
I know.
By the way,
new neighbors in town.
If we hear Snapchat in the background, we'll know that Mike is Snapchatting somewhere.
Snapchat.
Does he ever do a Snapchat without yelling that? I don't know.
I think
I don't think so.
Maybe like one.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, he'll just
I'm waiting for him to just bust through this door.
Oh, I know.
Like someone's coming in. I want you to know. Like,
they're probably watching. Well, no, they're probably watching basketball. But anyway, so
they're all, I don't know, passed out on the couch or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're
doing. They've already started.
Or watching Survivor without me. They're rewatching it.
Yeah. Now, you're in Arizona where they do not observe daylight saving time, correct?
Yeah, what the hell? Yeah.
So
we're weird. We're a weird state. We do a lot of messed up things.
You're probably like 6 o'clock right now?
Yeah.
Right?
That's just coming up on 7. We're on 7.
Oh, you're at 7. Okay.
No, yeah, we do daylight savings sometimes. We just don't. We're weird.
Oh, okay. Right.
We should be doing it all the time. We're always sunny and 75. Yeah. No, it's 7, almost 7.
Yeah, your mom's awesome. I don't know if she wears the shirt, but she did have me and David sign her shirt, which was
I think we've worn your shirt once.
Yeah. She's like
the photos we sent you.
There you go. Yeah, thanks. Wow.
Got him.
Boom.
Got him. You walked right into that.
I did.
No, I've worn them a couple. Well, but you signed them, so I feel like it's one of those things you can't wear it because you signed it.
I didn't sign yours. I signed your mama's.
You didn't sign mine? What the hell? Oh, then I must have hers.
No, you didn't ask for it to be signed. You were just like, a free shirt? Heck yeah, Britt, send it.
Oh, then I'm sending it back to you. I want it signed.
Well, go for it.
Why didn't you?
Yeah, right.
Did you got my little care package, didn't you?
No, I don't have a care package from you.
What?
What did you send me?
Nothing now. Apparently not. I didn't send you anything.
That's awesome.
No, I sent you guys
a shirt.
Oh, that makes me so bummed. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, never mind. We're gonna
either that or you did send something.
It's on its way.
Either that or you did, and I just totally don't remember it.
It's on its way.
All right, again. Message me, and I'll give you my my address. By the way, y'all that are watching live, if we're out of sync, it's not. It's a Google thing. It's a YouTube thing. There's nothing I can do about it. I've got a super fast connection, and
I probably don't. So,
but that wouldn't affect me. So I don't know why it's doing that, y'all. I'm sorry if it's doing that. But thanks to everybody that's watching live on our website, SurvivorTalkWithDND.com or STWDD.com. Enjoy the chat room. Tonight, Joe and I will recap and discuss the episode. We're going to tackle listener feedback, iTunes reviews, and a really exciting Mikko challenge announcement. That'll be at the end. So hang around for that. Coming on Sunday, April 3rd, Kelly and Friends, a patron podcast. It'll be a call-in show for all of our D&D patrons. Kelly has invited a couple of her Survivor friends. So far, her dad, Dale. Have you ever met Dale?
Met Dale.
Yeah.
Good old Dale.
So we're going to have Dale on there.
I've met Dale a couple times.
We're going to have Kelly. We're going to have Varner and one more person to still be named.
So good.
It's going to be, it'll be a lot of fun.
It's going to be so good.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a conference call for our patrons. It's going to be fun.
Awesome.
All patrons that are as of March 30th. So, and I'll save all the other stuff, patron stuff, to the end of the show. So there you go. All right, let's do this. It's time to talk about episode 5.
Bam.
See, some of the more advanced shows, they do all this stuff post-production. I just had to do it in the middle of it.
Hey, live is the best kind of TV. I love my Survivor, but some of the best stuff is always live.
That's right. All right, so what are your thoughts on the season so far?
To be honest, I was really skeptical coming out. When it first came out, I was looking at the characters. I'm like, okay, there's some interesting people, but I thought it was going to be pretty boring. Yeah. And I'm actually really glad because I'm really surprised and I'm unspoiled. I don't ask.
Right.
I don't tell. Whatever I hear, I don't say, so I'm really good about keeping in the dark.
Right.
And I'm really surprised. I like the development of the characters. You got a couple people to root for. You got a little bit of drama. The elements are wearing on people. Yeah. It's tough. It's grinding, and it's good. 3-tribe dynamic.
I know.
So
it's
good.
Did any tribe surprise you off the bat? I have one in mind.
I was a little bit shocked at the Brawn tribe, just because I felt like Scott was going to be just insta target, NBA athlete, like just in terms of, strength, you have to keep him. But I was really surprised at how well he knows the game and his development in his relationships with everybody. Like, I feel like he really, except for obviously Alicia, that was kind of a, I feel like he got a little bit powerful and fuck, she's gonna I'm up, she's gone. Sorry, girl. See you later. But that's one of the biggest things. I was just surprised at how well the Brawn tribe was figuring things out so quickly.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to later on in the show. We'll evaluate Scott's ultimate choice there towards the end. Because he really had a pivotal part. So it'll be interesting to see. We'll talk about that later. I was surprised. The surprise tribe for me was Brain Tribe. They rocked it in the beginning.
They really, and between puzzles and coming together, as much dysfunction that was out there, them coming together to win when they needed to, huge.
Having said that, I actually meant the Beauty Tribe.
I was gonna say I was thinking for Brain. But Beauty's got great. But the thing with Beauty, they had great chemistry. Everyone was like, except for maybe Nick, but everyone's vibing, good vibes. That just creates such an amazing dynamic when you're out there. Yeah, makes everything 1,000 times easier.
And Debbie's surprising me. She hasn't. People haven't kicked her into the woods and told her to never come back. So
yeah,
Deb.
but isn't that? But hang on, isn't that her game? Doesn't she want people to say, like, go over and sleep over there and look a little?
That's right.
I think she wants to look crazy. She's owning it.
Anybody that swings on a branch like that, yes, they want to look crazy.
Wasting calories, girl. Wasting them. It's good camera time, but she's wasting those. She's looking. I think she was 20 pounds lighter on day 7.
Wow, that's crazy.
Just by looking at her, I thought she already lost.
Well, she told Sydney she was ripped when they started. So, to be honest with you, I had a hard time telling her and Sydney apart at the beginning. She was so ripped. So, yeah. Except for skin tone. Yeah, skin tone was a little different. Maybe
hairstyle,
bathing suit. Yeah, but other than that. So David and I usually do initial thoughts, and then we kind of talk through the episode.
Yeah.
So I'll give you the honor of doing, if you have any initial thoughts, you can do them first.
Initial thoughts. I was surprised to see Neil. Surprised to see Neil's character development really just explode in this episode.
Yeah.
Between humor, obviously the idol, and just the way he's articulating the game, the way that he's confident, but he's still kind of built. He got a great episode. Very pivotal point for Neil in the game.
Yeah.
Still not seeing Joe. Joe's invisible.
Yeah, Joe's not. Yeah. Well, next week we'll see a little bit, but I don't even know how much of that we're going to see. But yeah, Neil, I've been waiting for Neil to do this. He's my pick to win, actually. And most people are going, Dwaine, that ain't going to happen. But I've been waiting for this to happen. So I'm glad it happened.
I think he's in a great spot. I liked him since the beginning. He kind of plays this very aloof, right. I'm kind of a goofy guy.
Yeah. Which he said he was going to do. If you watched all the preseason stuff, he said, look, I'm going to hang back and they're going to think that I'm not a threat. And then when it's time, I'm going to start winning the challenges and stuff like that.
Yeah. And he's already proven to be good at puzzles a couple times now. And even just, did you notice in the episode when he was pulling in, when they were pulling in the puzzle pieces, and he said, put them together, it's less resistance.
Right.
That awareness and wherewithal in the game to be able to like pick up on little cues like that in high intensity situations, that's a really good quality of Neil.
Yeah.
I mean, it's game changing
and
for people that have that.
He was pretty much doing the puzzle. Debbie was handing him pieces and he was pretty much doing it from what I could tell.
Yeah. Well, and that's the key. You just go as fast as you can. It's a time based. So you just, if the piece doesn't fit, next piece doesn't fit, instead of sitting there going, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
He was just on it. I was impressed. I was very impressed with Neil in this episode.
So would you give him advice maybe later in the game? Don't win so many challenges in a row, maybe?
I mean, it sounds like good advice. Someone should definitely take that advice. Maybe like 9 times out of 10.
Like maybe if you're going to start winning them, you might as well win them all. Just win them all, right? All right.
I mean, I wanted to. Like, I had to try.
I really thought you might, but you didn't. So,
I will say this: if I don't pass out, no, we can't do that. We can't go there. We can't do that. I don't know. It never. The woulda, shoulda, couldas, but
yikes. Yep. So I have an initial thought. The spur of the moment twist totally messed up the beauty tribe. All the beauties.
Yeah.
Totally messed them up. And let's go ahead and discuss this now, and then we won't have to talk about it. Do we like what they did, or should they have done the 7-6?
I like the twist. I do like the twist just to resolve the odd number situation. But yeah, man, that's such a hey, you're safe, but you're getting disconnected from your entire tribe.
But in this case, it really hurt her tribe more than it hurt her. You know?
Yeah, but if I'm Julia and now it's Anna over there,
right?
You're thinking, God, I wish I was. The chance of you going home is non-existent. Well, I would much rather it be non-existent than me even have a possibility of going home.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, how do you really know? How can you really gauge it?
I guess what I was thinking was, because they did this twist, whichever tribe, the person that was alone, whichever tribe they were originally on, that tribe is automatically in trouble at the next tribal council. That's my thought. For me, I'd almost kind of, I don't know, maybe they do something 7-6 right then, and she gets to come in at the next immunity challenge or something. I don't know, something different where the beauty just doesn't get sabotaged like that. But oh well, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, what else do you do? Like, where else? When else would you? Like,
Yeah,
if you're Jeff going, okay, we have 6 and 6, and we have this one person, you can choose to go left or right. You can give them the choice. You could say which team, like
which
what
tribe
team
do you want?
Yep.
You could also say, you get to be on the winning tribe, or you get to be on the winning tribe.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a competition. You get to be on the winning tribe. All right.
Yeah. So, or you could just have like 2 people square off in a head-to-head challenge. They each vote right there, send the 2 bottom people.
Right. Oh, there you go.
Like, and then they battle, or I don't know. Like, you could. I mean, we could spend days talking about hypotheticals. I know I could, but yeah. There's tons of. But it does. It really, like. I mean, I also just wish that there would have been some type of really awesome incentive for Julia when she got back.
Yes.
Because she was outed, insta-clue for an idol or an advantage or something, another twist.
Yeah. Give her something besides being safe. Give her something else while she's there. Maybe she gets a nice meal, or maybe she gets a clue or something like that. Speaking of idols, so we have Jason and Ty have idols at the beginning. And then, of course, we have Neil getting one. Do you like the whole super idol twist?
I don't like super idols because I think it's too much power in the game.
It's way too much power.
It's way too much power. I mean, literally, you can just sit on a super idol as long as you. I mean, it's stupid how much power you have. But I like how I like the dynamic. I like how someone's got to get together.
Yes.
And then as soon as that happens, someone's not going to get that idol. Like,
well, okay.
If that happens,
let's say you and I are on the island together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you found one, I found one. We get to the merge and we kind of find out we each have one. In my eyes, we both have a super idol.
Yeah. Essentially, like whoever needs it for that vote. But why wouldn't you just individually use it when you needed it?
Well, you wouldn't need to, because if y'all have an agreement, look, if one of us gets voted off, we're gonna, of course, that involves a lot of trust.
Exactly. That's kind of the. I would just say, like, as soon as you get wind of my name or your name, let's get it off our name.
Yeah.
And try to play an individual.
Yeah.
If we need it, because you have to. Otherwise, it's like a. Oh well, I got voted out. I have the other half, and now what?
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out this season. If it actually becomes a super idol.
Excited.
But even if it doesn't become a super idol, it's already playing into it.
Oh, 100%.
Because Scott's decision was a wise, in my estimation, which we'll talk about later, was a wise decision going the way he did. Because of that super idol. But anyway.
Was it?
You don't agree, or you do agree?
Well, I mean, I mean, as of this point in time, I think it was a good play, but I think he's not, like, look at numbers. I mean, where are the numbers going to get him at the end of the day? If you know someone's going home and you can get 3 votes and you know there's a split on the other side, you've already got someone who's ready to jump ship.
That's true.
I mean,
I will share my reason.
If they're going to vote together, I don't know.
I'll share my reason when we get there, and I will win you over.
I don't want to say. No, we'll keep it. We'll pause.
I'll put it. You got to give people reasons to stay around, just besides. Besides your man bun, which, by the way, my middle son had a man bun, and he totally shaved it off today. He's got super side, He's got the short with the hair up on the top. Yeah.
But does he still have that long on top?
He has pretty long. Yeah, it goes up about 2 inches.
Okay. All right. He's got the little faux hawk thing.
Yeah, a little thing going on. So
yeah, that's good.
Looks completely different. So
yeah. It's the long hair. It's only for some people.
You know what he said? He said he loved the long hair. He'd be walking around campus, and I mean, people he didn't even know. I love your hair. I love your hair. You know, girls all the time tell him how much they love his hair.
Yeah.
But then he said, but I went to the beach with some friends, and it was just a pain in the butt. And then he goes, and then I was all dressed up for this prom that he got asked to go to, and he said, I I just didn't like it when I was at the prom, so he got it cut.
So he
right.
did. So he was it. How was it? Like 4 or 5 inches, maybe.
It
like
was
just enough to get like a baby bun.
He had just gotten about 4 weeks ago. Was able to start doing a bun. Yeah.
Okay. So he was just coming out of the awkward stage.
I know.
He needed to give it like another 6 months, and he would have been fine.
He gave up on it. All right.
Maybe for the best. I don't know. Maybe for the best. Long hair fit. I don't know. I had short hair growing up as a kid my whole life. Never knew I even had like curly hair until high school.
Oh yeah.
And then I let it grow out. When I left college, my last year in college, I let it grow out, and I said, I'm just gonna grow my hair out. And now I haven't cut it since. It's like the craziest thing. But yeah.
All right. So Tina, who we're not allowed to know where she's from, she's in the chat room. She said, OMG, enough with the hair talk. So
sorry. My apologies. Sorry.
Yeah.
I blame you, by the way, for that.
Yeah, it is all me. Day 12, brains. Peter feels like a neutered dog. Interesting. Let's examine this thing. What does a dog's life consist of? Eating, sleeping, and finding female dogs.
Not if they're neutered.
But if they're neutered, he's missing a vital part of his life. Poor Peter.
Oh, the shock collar. Is that what is it? The shock collar or the? Oh man. Oh, Peter. Neutered. Can you neuter a dog twice? Can you neuter a dog twice?
Well, no. Okay. I mean, unless you missed the first time, got to go back. Unless you actually
cut the wrong cord.
I guess if you left one, you might have to go back. Tina, you want us to go back to hair talk now? All right. Anyway, so Peter's trying to ingratiate himself to the tribe, which is kind of funny because they're all just kind of like, okay, yeah, we're gonna use like your
this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Neil, Dr. Peter to the OR.
Yeah. And Debbie's great line. That'll be $475, please.
So great.
That was
so great. Those little bits of humor though. It's so great.
Now on y'all's season, did you have any cuts or anything like Joe had?
Oh yeah.
That looks pretty bad.
Hands were ripped up, feet, and it's from the moisture. It's just because the humidity, it's so humid. 100% humidity. So you just are anything you do, the slightest little cut, scrape, takes weeks to heal. So if you get a bad one, it's not fun.
Now, when you're watching, do you like go, hey, I know that tree, and hey, I know that rock?
Oh, 100%. I know. That's my life. It's the only place I live for a couple months. All the beaches are the same. Beauty's Beach was Bion to Kaôh's Beach. It's like and right where we set up camp is this exact same spots too.
Nice.
It's just we could tell. I mean, when we were out there, because we went after them, obviously.
Right.
And we could tell, all right, this is kind of where they had camp. This was the trees where they were cut into, and so you just rebuild. You can tell.
Look, Neil left us stuff in the woods. Yeah.
Except that they take all the firewood and they take all of the fruit, if there was any, and they eat all the snails and shell. Yeah. So the beach is pretty much barren when we get there.
Yeah.
From everything. True. And
there certainly weren't any mangoes left.
No, or coconut. I mean, there's a lot of coconuts, but they're all really green and way up in the
So you got Neil. Very great part of this episode for Neil. But one thing I like about the way they have to get the idol now, he has to find the clue. I don't know how he found the time to do this without getting seen, but he has to find the clue. Then he has to find the tree. Mm-hmm. Then he has to get the key. Then he has to get the idol. Then he has to cover up the box. That's a lot to do. That is a lot to do.
It is a lot to do, but in Survivor time, in real time, you got a whole day. You got a whole off day to do all of this. And you just take your time. You bide your time. You wait, watch. Because, I mean, once you edit it all together, it's going to look.
Right.
But Neil's smart enough to know, okay, I'm going to make sure no one sees me go up the beach, or, oh, I'm going, you're hiding in the bushes.
Yeah.
For sure.
So he took his time.
Or you could just Jason it and just sprint after the damn thing, and
you could do that.
Rip it out of the tree and knock,
young blonde girls over into the woods.
But isn't that great though? Like the two completely different styles of play.
Right.
I mean, my style would be more like Neil. I mean, bide your time, try to pick your spot.
Right.
But just the tenacity versus, a little bit, who will win out? What's the better gameplay?
And Jason's more like the first Russell, who's like head deep into the pit right in the middle of camp looking for an idol.
Yeah.
Shameless. I don't care if I'm looking for an idol. Once I find it, it's no big deal to me.
Yeah. Crazy.
So
crazy though, the confidence. And then to have now, hopefully he's thinking, okay, I can trust the other two people in my alliance to not say anything about the idol.
Right.
Because if it was Alicia still there, then that information's out.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so let's go to the switch up. One of the first things I noticed in the switch up, last episode, I made the comment to David, don't you just think Sydney can't wait to get out of this tribe? Because that's what I felt like. I felt like Sydney's been kind of, okay, I'm just going to lay back and make sure I'm not, Alicia, And what I noticed was whenever he said, drop your buffs, her first reaction was to raise her hands in excitement, and then she immediately switched to like shock and trying to hide. At least that's the way I interpreted it.
Okay. I'll have to go back. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch her body language a little bit.
That's kind of what I got from it.
If that's the feel, I mean, or it could just be the fact that, I mean, you're excited for the change. You have been together for so long. Meeting new people at this point in the game, the change, you're kind of going, oh, thank God, like something new and different.
Right.
But I think she knows she's in a pretty good spot. She knows like the boys are locked into her. Everyone knows. I mean, everyone should know this is tight. Like this is going to be a tight tribe race for everybody.
Yeah. So Probst says why they're doing the changing of the plans. They were gonna go ahead and I don't have to tell you all that, so you already know that. I do like that they didn't.
If you want to, you're welcome.
Yeah, I do like that they let the genders fall as they may. At least that's what it looked like. All of the buffs were on one tray, so it could have been any mixture.
3 girls. Yeah. I thought about that too. I caught that. I was really curious to see if it was just going to be a landslide or maybe they had a row. I mean, it could have been like.
Well, yeah,
I don't think so. But I don't think that would have. I feel like there would have been 2 trays.
Well, plus, how could you do that? Because one of them is an odd color, so it would be unfair to say women you pick from the back and men you pick from the front, and put the red one in the back. That'd be unfair.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
So Tina wants to know what your necklace, what the symbol on your necklace is.
So I have a couple. I have this one is it's a Kari fish hook that Andrew Savage gave to me after our season. This symbol means warrior. And then on it, I have it's like a little washer it's a company called My Intent. And they do a lot of, they do some charity stuff, but it's essentially you put an intention on it and give it to someone. Like my word is create. So someone gave this to me to inspire me to create. And then this is a Franciscan, it's a tau, it's a cross.
Okay.
So
there you go, Tina.
I go, Tina girl.
There you go. So we got our new tribes, the blue tribe, the Chanlo tribe. Jason. So we got 2, 2, and 2. Wow. That's what are the odds?
Damn good.
Yeah. Jason and Sydney. That's good for them. Nick and Michelle. Poor Michelle. And Debbie and Neil. There you go.
It's a good tribe, though. I mean,
I think so too.
It's a solid 6.
Well, as Neil said, I think we've got some strength. I think we've got some brawn, and I think we got some beauty, or some brain, and I think we got some beauty.
Yeah.
in his response to Jeff's question. That was awesome.
Yeah. And we got some other people here too. Yeah, like I'm talking about me. Like it was it's comedic timing. It was on point. It was funny. I'll give him props. That was fun. That was good. That was a good one.
Then Yellow Tribe Gondol, Scott by himself on the Brawn Tribe. And he's basically
he's so big.
3 beauties and 2 brains. Oh, I know. Ty just couldn't wait for Scott to get his hand on him.
Oh, I want to climb him like tree. He's so big. He's
That's
so funny.
right.
Like, oh man, that's so funny.
You do a great Ty.
Oh no.
Oh.
You want to hear my story? I love Ty, but here's the thing. I do love Ty, and he knows how to play this game, and it's just funny to watch.
Oh, right.
It's funny just to watch him.
Right.
He's so funny. He's so nice.
I think it's funny that Ty is very impressed with Scott's shoe size. Just anyway.
Yeah, because they're like 15s.
Yeah. His feet are like size 15s. Yeah. All right, Gondol, day 12. Oh, and Julie's alone. There you go. So we're back at the beauty tribe. Ty does what Ty does, right? Ty starts taking care of everybody. That's Ty. He's got to be the most uplifting, encouraging person to be around.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh my gosh. Just oozing out of him all the time. Creating good vibes.
That's right. I would say Mark says size 18. They say.
Oh, 18. Oh, I apologize. Those 3 inches do make a difference.
Apparently so. Peter is okay. So I wrote Peter is admittedly in a better place, but not as good as he thinks he's in. I
feel like that's going to be an underlining theme throughout the entirety of this season. That'll just be like every episode. He's just going to keep back on that. Like,
yeah. Well, yeah, because he did it at Tribal Council too. You know. I mean, it's like he was so close to going home and he had no idea. You know, he had no idea.
So, no, he's not going to know. He's not going to have any idea.
No,
I feel like this is going to be a continuous theme of him just not having any idea.
Yeah. So,
unfortunately for Peter.
Yeah. So it's
I just don't get it.
Obviously, you don't get what, Peter?
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't. I'm sitting there. Why do you share so much information? And it must be an ego. He must just feel like he's boasting and he's golly. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's amazing. I just can't. But still in the game.
No. Well, and I tell you, he's only still in there. Well, I mean, Joe and Aubrey don't care if he's there or not. Other than they might use them for numbers like they're doing now.
Yep.
But I mean, you know, if you think about it later on in the episode, whenever Joe and Aubrey are talking to Peter, they just kind of dismiss him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if he doesn't see from that he is, you know, not in their group, but I don't think he does.
No, I don't. I really don't. I think he just is just kind of ignorant to what his surroundings, and he's just, you know what, as long as it's not me mentality,
right?
He's just whatever.
Yeah,
thinking he's still gonna win.
We get the obvious, you know. Obviously, we're going to get a beauty out, of course, because whoever you get out is going to be replaced by a beauty. So you're not going to get out somebody else. And I mean, you can't vote out Scott because then you'll have 4.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, 3 beauties against you. So yeah, you just can't.
Well, yeah. Well, and that's the part where if you're Scott, do you go, okay, do I go with brains or beauty? Essentially, I mean, you're gonna get 3. You're gonna get 0 for 3 somewhere in there, or 1 for 3. So if you know the beauties are super tight, you got Caleb. Caleb unified that group.
Oh yeah.
To the end, to the bitter end, that the beauties will stick together.
Yeah.
Except maybe obviously Ty's now like.
Well, yeah, Ty's kind of off of that. Why do you think Joe and Aubrey wanted Ty out over Anna?
I think it's just that. So well, for Joe, I mean, if I'm Joe, and I read people really well. So to him, he's thinking, okay, we got this young little Energizer bunny running around and making friends and doing all these things. Like that's probably like in my head, that's how I would see him seeing it. It's like he's a social threat. He's a social threat. Aubrey would do this kind of maybe to say the same thing, but I feel like Anna also knowing it's her or Ty is going to be working harder to save herself, and having all these strategic conversations and really trying to, hey, this is why I should stay, and this, and so she's almost doing too much, versus Ty, who's like, I just want to stay here and be here. And like that, it's not as it almost doesn't sound as desperate. It almost doesn't sound like, oh, she's more strategic actually than Ty.
Right.
So
I just want to provide for you. Right.
I know how idle. No, there no idle. There no idle. I climb tree. All day. I didn't see no idle.
No idle.
No, all day, no idle.
I want to give you
so
coconut.
Good.
Coconut. I can cook you coconut.
So good.
Yeah. So now we're going to go back to the Brain's old camp with Chandlo. Debbie shows the pull-up bar. Debbie's really kind of taken over this whole. I mean, Debbie's there. In case you didn't know, right?
Yeah, Debbie.
Definitely the office.
She's that character. She just goes about her day and thinks that the camera is on her the whole day.
Yeah.
And so she's just giving it all, man. She's
right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she did a pretty good job with Michelle and with wait, was it Michelle? No, with Sydney and with Nick. No, Sydney and Jason.
Who we got? Who's coming in? Who came into the office?
Nobody. I didn't see anybody.
Right. Someone being funny.
All right. Well, she did a good job with Jason and Sydney, I thought.
She did, and she gets it. I mean, it's first hooks in. Hey, we like you, we like your vibe, or just connect on that interpersonal level. They've already seen Debbie's shenanigans throughout the beginning of the game in challenges. Right. They see how they gather that she's probably pretty nutty. Yeah. So, hey, okay, let's the nutty gal wants to align with. Like, all right, let's do it. Yeah,
that's right.
Perfect. Cool.
And even later on, whenever Jason and Nick were talking, and Nick felt like he was kind of controlling things,
Mm-hmm.
like so obvious that Jason was, just kind of not being patronizing, but just kind of like, yeah, okay.
He was just, he was just kind of listening, massaging, letting it. Yeah. No, and Sydney does the same thing. She just kind of agrees and nods her head, and I'm on board. I'm with you totally. 100%. Whatever you think, I'm on board.
Yep. And boy, Anna's playing hard, trying to throw Ty under the bus. Hard, or at least that's the way they showed it. Of course, it's either Ty or I. Okay.
But if you're Anna, what do you do? Throw it back. What do you do if you're Anna?
I try hard.
How? But what do you attack? What's your strategy for divide and conquer? Where do you go?
If I'm Anna, then I go for Peter, just like she did.
Okay. And what do you say to Peter? Do you tell Peter, hey, you're on the bottom? Or do you tell Peter, like, come over with I'm not tight with the beauties. I need someone in, like.
No, I go after Peter.
Yeah, you go after Peter.
Yeah. I mean that I get with Ty and I go, look, let's get with, well, no, because then you have a tie.
Wouldn't you?
3-3 tie.
I interviewed Anna earlier, and she said that Ty told her and Scott that he had the idol 30 minutes before they left for tribal.
Oh, wow.
So not a lot of time. But if I'm Anna, I go to Brain and I say, Ty has the idol. He showed me and Scott in front of Scott, like, blow it up. You just wreak havoc with the thought of something happening and then throwing Scott under the bus.
There you go. I like that.
And using that dynamic to get the target off of her. That's that's what I was thinking. I'm like, girl, why aren't you saying, but I guess she really believed that Ty was thinking about using it for her. And and so that's the other side of it, where they just were convincing in what they were going to do.
Yeah. All right. So we get a little bit of Julia off by herself, a little eerie music.
Poor girl. Getting crushed.
Yeah. So, anyway, immunity challenge.
Anyway.
I mean,
Don't
there's
care.
not much to say.
Sorry.
Well, there's not much to say, you know.
Sorry.
Basically, she said, I'm only 18. I wish I had other people here with me. That's pretty much what she said.
Yeah. I'm not doing good.
So, poor Michelle accidentally goes to her old mat. I thought that was funny. You know, when they go back to the immunity challenge.
That was pretty fun. I'm glad that was left in. That was pretty fun. Hey, go to the next mat.
Yeah. What in the world were they thinking sending Scott and Aubrey? I mean, that was I don't know. Basically, Scott did everything. She didn't do anything.
Yeah, I think she grabbed one of those buoys like Tasha and just kind of like hung out.
Just kind of laid there.
And waited for him to finish. And then, did he pull her in too? Did he pull?
No, at the very end, when they were on the island, when they were on the sand, she was holding on to a string.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. Wasn't sure. I thought I saw her. Like, I thought she was dragging her too in the net.
Yeah.
I wasn't. Not sure. I guess maybe they somewhere in there.
Well, let's see.
Maybe Joe wasn't a good swimmer. I don't know.
Yeah, let's see. I would think maybe tie and Scott and let Aubrey do untying. You know, but
yeah, but may tie finger. He will fast. He moves.
Yeah,
he got fast finger.
Very good with finger.
Yeah, I wouldn't be getting in the. I'd be like, no, I'm not going in the water. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save my energy.
Yeah. Well, Debbie and Neil just dominate the puzzle. I mean,
they did. They really did. It was good.
Yeah.
They crushed it.
This just goes to show you that one day you can be on top of the world, Anna, Julia, and Michelle ruling their tribe, and one day later, boom, you're at the
everything. Top. And even in the prior episode with the challenge, I mean, you can think like Caleb, healthy, great, fine. Next day, you're waking up in a hospital going, what happened?
That's right.
It's the game changes so flipping fast.
These are the kind of things that Andrew Savage hates about Survivor. It is the reason.
That's what I love about Survivor.
It's the reason he loses.
Hey, you can prepare. This is what I say. You can prepare for everything and expect nothing. Like prepare for everything, expect nothing, because it's gonna change.
Yep.
Who dat? Who's this? What's hello to my mother?
Hi, Michelle.
That is not.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
We live.
Yes.
I love you guys.
Well, thank you.
I was just giving him crap because he didn't sign my shirt.
Tell her. Yeah, let me talk to her for a second. He says you have never worn the shirt we sent you.
I said once for a photo.
Once for a photo to send me.
I was kidding.
He's totally kidding. Because from now on, I'm going to send you every time I wear it.
Oh, yes.
Great.
That's good to see you.
Don't tell anyone this, but you guys are like the only podcast I listen to.
Oh, well, there's plenty more that are good, so you should listen to them.
Well, no, that's true. I know. I just don't have time.
Yeah.
She doesn't have time for me.
He keeps me crazy.
Yeah, I bet he does.
And the girls.
I bet he does. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Why don't you go ahead and promote anything that they're doing? Y'all go ahead and do that.
Well, they are actually singing the national anthem this Sunday at the sold-out Giants-Rockies game.
Nice.
They spring training.
Baseball.
Which is awesome. There's a lot of great fans. And then they sang last Saturday at NASCAR.
Cool.
And they sang at the Cubs Diamondbacks game before that. And they're actually doing Marcus Luttrell and Danny Dietz, who, not Survivor Danny Dietz, but he was one of the first Navy SEALs that was killed during that mission with the Lone Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were invited to that Memorial Foundation fundraiser at the end of May. So awesome. We're flying to Texas.
Cool.
And they're going to do that. And they're just doing the gig tomorrow night with all the survivors.
Yeah, they're performing at a bar out here in Scottsdale. They're going to perform, do an hour and a half set. Country music. And that's great. It's fun.
Well,
A lot of fun.
I didn't mean to interrupt, but I'm so glad I did. I didn't know it was you.
Well, I'm glad you
guys.
did. Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Love you, man.
Love you.
Bye.
Ask your mom about her daughters, and she will tell you everything.
Forever.
That's right.
But you know, she does it to me. She's awesome.
That's right.
God, stupid. She's incredible. Incredible woman.
Yep.
Put up with my ass for all these years.
Yeah, well, you know, our moms are great. Even though it irritated me to death that my mom would stay up until I finally got home, but I'm glad she did.
So, I mean, she loved you.
That's right.
She loved you.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, sorry.
All right. So let's get to this back at camp thing. What I was thinking was, first of all, Anna goes, I love Survivor, I love Blindside, and I love Immunity Idols, especially hidden ones. And I thought, you're going home.
A little foreshadowing.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a lot of foreshadowing in this episode.
All right. So let's get to the Scott thing. Scott ultimately makes the decision. Of course, I didn't know that this was found out 30 minutes before, but
yeah.
If he sticks with Anna and Ty, then he, Anna, Ty, and Julia are in the majority. Mm-hmm. Right? If he went with the plan and got rid of Peter, mm-hmm. then he's in a majority because then they've got 3 beauties instead of 3 brains. All right. Yep. And that might look like a great thing, but I think he made the right decision. Mm-hmm. When he sticks with the brains, then hold on, I got that wrong. But if he did it the way he did, if he did it the way he did, then he isolates Ty. Mm-hmm. Okay. Not only, he's still got where he's with a 3-person majority, but now he's isolated Ty and his idol.
Yep.
So
until
that he
Julia comes back, but yes.
Yeah, but see, now there's not 3 beauties with an idol.
Also true.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So by going ahead and getting Anna out, he weakens Ty's idol. And because he talked to Ty and trusted him with the Anna information and everything like that, mm-hmm. he's now built that relationship with Ty, whom he knows has an idol. And Scott has access to Jason's idol, or at least to get those 2 guys together.
Exactly.
So that's why I think Scott made the right choice.
Yep. And Ty, of course, in Ty's mind, he's thinking, well, if I have to trust Scott, because if I don't play this and I go home, so now I can trust Scott.
Right.
On the opposite end, he kept my secret safe. He's protecting me. He wants me in the game. We're friends. All of those things. And there's dissension in the ranks on the brains. So he's got options.
Yeah. For somebody who was the lone Brawn on that tribe, he is certainly in a very good position.
Absolutely. And knowing he's got 2 other people on the other side that are mm-hmm. locked in with him.
Yeah.
He's thinking like, but what do we always say? As soon as you get comfortable.
That's right.
As soon as you think you're fine.
You're not. That's right. That's right.
So we'll see.
So what'd you think about Tribal Council?
Another awesome display of holding your tongue from our boy Obama.
Uh-huh.
And great body language. I really would have loved to have seen that in real time and watching the ebb and flow of the conversation of everyone's answers. Mm-hmm. But yes, the Scott's body language of just kind of like real calm. Just take it easy, Ty. Like I hope everything goes right. Uh-huh. And then and then Ty played it off great. Ty, he's got gamer in him. He knows how to lie and build obviously he's playing his sob story a little bit. He's mentioned it many, many times. He's mentioned his story, but now we see Ty is able to look at a bunch of people and go, I can totally lie.
Right.
And play this game. So
was there ever a moment during Tribal that you felt like Probst had to suppress a laugh?
Well, maybe a laugh, but was he kind of just cueing like to Ty, like, hey, shut up. Don't say too much. Like just get off your little talking point and let the question pass, because I mean, who knows what Ty in rambling can lead. I mean, and just saying like, all right, we need to speed this up. Like, I got it, Ty, got it. Yeah, you're making your point that you want to stay. But
the time that I felt like Jeff was shocked into almost losing his composure, and I'm probably wrong. I mean, it's Jeff.
Oh no.
Was whenever Joe said,
Jeff loses his composure at Tribal.
Okay. Whenever Joe said, I think the twist is there are no idols. And I thought Probst was going to go. I thought he was going to start laughing at him.
Hey, so. I was guilty of that, though. I was guilty of that. In 30, I was like, there's no way. That's the twist of 30. There's no idols. And then even in 31, I'm thinking, okay, obviously everyone knows the game. They're not going to say anything about idols. But not even a clue. No, nothing. You start to think like, wow, maybe there isn't one.
Maybe there isn't. That's right.
Because one day it's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's just going to be no idols and people are going to lose their minds.
But Probst is still going to say, if anyone has an idol, now's the time to play it. Once the votes are read.
and then you got Kelly Wentworth who stands up with 4 of them. That's right. What happens. And then you're like, damn. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good. It was great, though. It was great. And he still doesn't know. That's the best part.
I know.
He still doesn't. Yeah. Joe still thinks that there's no idols.
And Ty's like, that's right. I don't think there's idols either. That was hilarious. So
got to plug in here.
And then you got Peter saying, I'm in a position of power. Again, this is where his confidence is going to be his downfall. And they're setting us up for this, right? They are so setting us up for this.
I mean, you've got to at least think. Like think the underlying in your face theme of Peter is he thinks he's on top. Yep. Oh, guess what? And I think so eventually it's either going to catch up to him or his character is going to just take this drastic turn and he's going to end up having to come to terms with how he's been acting and he sees the light or not.
Do you think he has a little bit of Spencer in him? Overconfidence, maybe, and when you think you're in a position of power, you say things?
Yes, a little bit, but I think Spencer's smart enough to know what and what not to say.
Well, until that last tribal council, then he kind of blew that.
Well, not to say I blame it on the fatigue of the game, but at that point, articulating all your thoughts, not listen. I mean, I think there's other factors, but I think Peter's is strictly just it's just an unaware egotistical thing that he does in conversation. He doesn't even realize it, but he does. He's very boastful in his own way.
Yeah, I don't see Spencer doing that in the normal course of the game. I was just wondering if whenever Spencer feels like he's in power, does he kind of get that
a little bit, like the little bit of overconfidence that can blind you from, or make you do something that, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Right.
I probably shouldn't have done that, and I maybe let too much out of the bag.
Yeah, otherwise, I mean, I wouldn't compare Spencer to Peter in any other way. No, I enjoy watching Spencer play a lot. So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Anyway. If would Probst have allowed Anna? Okay, I get blindsided, right? And that guy was supposed to play an idol for me. What's to stop me from going, hey, everybody, Ty's got an immunity idol?
Nothing.
Probst would have let her say whatever she wanted? Within reason?
I think no, I mean that's the beauty. This is what's fun about Survivor. That's the beauty of this game. You have the information. That is power. So if she wanted to say that, she can say, I mean, and there's nothing that anyone can do to say, or, I mean, it's going to happen. So, but the problem is in a situation like that, Anna's so distraught that she's going back to oh my God, I just got voted. That's not,
you're not thinking how we're thinking right now.
Right,
I mean, you're just so in the moment and so involved that you don't see clearly. You don't think.
Yeah.
And then the food, that's the hardest part about this game, Dwaine, is we rationalize things here at home so well because we're full and we're sleeping well and all these things. But when you have the rain and the bugs and the people and the paranoia and you are in it for now three weeks, your brain's just fried. So you're not thinking straight. You don't think how we think right now. That's what's messed up. Like you just can't compare it.
You know, another thing I'm thinking is once you're voted out, anything you do is post game, unless you're going to Ponderosa. All right.
Yeah.
Unless you're on the jury. But in her situation, to do that, that's post game. So she's hurting someone's game after she was out of the game.
Yes.
Which kind of to me would be stepping over the line.
Yeah. I can't hear you because Joe has his speakerphones in.
Here, no.
Give me one. Give me one.
Yeah.
I'm only going to say let's say hi. They don't want to talk to me, so I'm
Let's say hi. What's up, Dwaine?
Hello. Snapchat. How are you, Tyler?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Good to see you guys.
How are you?
I'm doing great, man.
How's the season going? How are you guys feeling about the season?
We're liking it.
Dude, I love this season.
Surprising us a little bit, I think.
Well, that's the beauty of Jeff Probst not going on and expecting too much from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's him letting the fans rate this season the way that Survivor should be, with no what's the word I'm looking for, Tyler?
Hype.
Pre-hype?
Let's go with that.
Well, yeah, let's go hype. Yeah.
Let's just go with hype.
Yeah. You know what I'm enjoying about it is it's not like all strategy, which I like, but they're always going to flip it on and blindside the audience at the end anyway at Tribal. Yeah. So what they're doing is they're spending more time like kind of doing fun things. Or looking for the item, like Ty kissing Caleb. Like it's been more like
lighthearted,
fun.
Yep.
And we missed out on that.
Oh, Mama C's here!
Mama C!
Oh my God!
Sierra.
Hi, baby. How are you?
Hello, good.
Sorry, it's the first time I've seen Mama C in a long time.
Hey.
Just right now.
Good to see y'all. Hi, Sierra. Hey, Sierra.
Hi, hold on.
Sierra something.
Here she is.
Hello.
Hey, Sierra. Did you ever see the picture that Dan Foley and me and David did over in Maine?
No, which one?
Well, remember when you were in Maine, you did the picture looking out over the. So Dan Foley and David and I did the same picture.
Did you guys?
Yes, we did. Yes.
I have to see this picture.
You need to ask him for it. I don't know. I thought he'd show you.
Oh my gosh, best picture ever.
It's great. I love the picture.
Isn't it great?
David hates it. Well, yours is amazing, but ours is just funny. Ours is just funny looking, but
we should crop them together and then post it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. You get on that. Talk today and tell me you want to see the infamous picture.
Okay, I will. Well, you have a good night. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you. You too.
I'm gonna go get really drunk.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Bye, Mama C.
Hi. How are you?
Doing great. It's good to see you.
Good
Boy,
to
y'all are
see
gonna
you
have
too.
fun. Y'all are gonna have so much fun
kidding.
tonight.
I wasn't kidding. We're like, it's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening fast.
And we're going to get Rodney in an hour.
Yeah, we're getting Rodney in like literally an hour.
All right.
Crazy.
Yes. I will be editing and y'all will be having a lot of fun. So there you go.
Perfect.
All right.
Bye, Mama C. Bye-bye.
Got it. All right. I'm back.
We're almost done, buddy.
Cool, brother. No,
I know you want to get into fun with all your friends. So.
Oh, they're here all weekend, man. I only get a special little time with you.
Well, I appreciate it. So we're gonna get the old. So Anna could have done that. I'm glad she didn't. But anyway, so it was a good episode. Next time on, Debbie is courting Nick. Talk about awkward for Nick.
No, he's gonna be all about it. Watch.
She's like
be all about
3 times his age.
I know, but it's just gonna boost his ego, and he's gonna love it, and he's gonna feel this great connection, and
I'm just telling you,
have options.
The last thing I expected to hear coming out of Debbie's mouth was, "I'm going to use the flirt card this year."
No,
just saying. It's the last thing I thought was going to come out of her mouth.
I just don't think it's going to be as good of a showmance as me and Cass, though. I really don't. I don't think
so. I don't think so. But Nick will be laying there, and Debbie will come up and go, "Keep me warm." Yeah.
Let me rub some coconut oil all over your godlike body. Yeah.
Do you have sore thighs? How far up are your thighs sore? I have really strong arms.
Yeah, after that last challenge, my glutes. Yeah. It's a deep glute stretch. Yeah. All right. I don't know, man. Hang on, I got a question. What was your least favorite part of the episode? What was it was something that you were just like, eh.
That I was about?
Yeah. Something what was like a negative? I mean, we've been talking a lot of great positives.
Well, I really did feel like the Brain Tribe's ultimate situation was a meh for me. That the fact that Probst and producers made a decision to do it the way they did it, I think, really hurt the Brains Tribe. So that
Beauty?
Kind of
you mean Beauty?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Beauty Tribe.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay.
Sorry, I do. I call my kids the wrong names.
Yeah, Brains.
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna call him, Brain and Beauty? You're just gonna
No, I call Joshua Timothy Joshua. Timothy's the only one even living at home now, and I go, Joshua, and he goes, I'm Timothy. So happens all the time.
Yeah, at least it's not like Tommy and Timmy and Tammy and
yeah.
Then you'd be really
be good.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, I didn't really have one. No. Yeah. Did you have a moment like that?
I just kind of after the end of the episode, I was just kind of like, oh yeah, that's important. Like that was just like that's unfortunate, but I felt like it didn't have as much suspense. Like I felt like with what was happening, they could have left me more on the edge of my seat, like what's going to happen.
But how could they have done that? Because it was so obvious that a Beauty was going home, no matter which tribe lost.
Yeah.
Just,
I don't know. Yeah. It's hard to get all those right ways to show it and frame it. But I don't know. It was a good, I mean, again, like I was so excited, like, all right, we got a tribe swap. And then it
wasn't your typical tribe swap episode. It didn't have that level up here. It was kind of here.
Or I would have been happy with each tribe send someone to like exile but they're each from the tribe. They stay for like 2 nights.
Yeah.
And then there's a clue for one or an idol. But now one of them knows about it. So are they going to use it? Are they going to keep it together, or are they going to go back to their individual tribe? And I just wanted to see more.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a missed opportunity somewhere in there for some shenanigans.
Yeah. But, and I don't know that it's CBS's fault as much as it is just how the tribes got divided up. That ultimately made this episode scenario. Yeah, it made it so predictable. Whereas if the tribes had been switched up a little differently, that probably wouldn't have happened.
True. Yeah. So, Survivor gods.
Yeah.
Survivor gods. Right. They have spoken.
That's right. All right. Well, you ready to get to some feedback?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, let me play this first.
Hey guys, this is Jennifer, and I just wanted to steal a moment during my favorite podcast to remind you to use D&D's Amazon link when you shop at Amazon. Not only do you get everything you need at Amazon, you're also helping D&D continue their great podcasts. So always use www.stwdd.com/Amazon when you start your shopping, or make it even easier and just use their links on their website and the D&D Facebook group. That's all I wanted to say. Now back to more D&D.
There you go. I used to do my own, but her voice is prettier.
Way better. Like now can you change the accent? Can you do like British, Australian. Does you have that?
Hi, Dwaine and Joe.
Wrong one.
This is where I am.
The Mikko. Oh, the Mikko challenge.
Mikko.
Yeah, you will hear that later. No, that was an actual woman that did the other one. So I can't really change that up. Hey, well, do you mind reading both of them?
Do I mind?
No, I think our fans would like it if you read them both.
Oh, I don't have them pulled up on my cellular device, but I would.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because you had to move from where you were, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, and I have to be plugged in, otherwise you read them. I will give you the
Yeah. Okay, just 1 second. I gotta pull them up. That was my way of trying not to let everybody know that I forgot to pull them up.
Oh, see, all right. I'm gonna pull them up now.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. This is from Emily in Finland. So remember when I told you in one of the feedbacks that I won't get fooled by the edit? Yeah, it happened again. Emily 2, edit 4. I really like this season, and I love how they are playing up the characters and not the gameplay so much. But still, we are getting interesting gameplay. I was also happy that everyone got something in this episode. Now, I'll tell my opinion on the players and their games. By the way, Joe, as you know, because you watch and listen to us sometimes, feel free to go, hey, I want to say something about that during the middle of a feedback.
Copy that.
All right. Takeo, Julia, it was so brutal when she had to go to the Brawn tribe alone. Actually, we have seen that a couple of times, so it's not actually a big deal twist-wise, but yeah, it was pretty brutal. Chanlo. Yeah.
Pretty brutal.
It was for her. Man.
Yeah.
Chanlo, Debbie, I really like her, but I kind of hope that she won't win because it would be obvious, and I hate that, except when someone like me wins. Neil, I really liked it when he found the idol and got a bit more airtime. I really like him, but I still think that he might be medevaced because he has had so little airtime. I don't think Neil's getting medevaced myself.
That's kind of that's a shot in the dark, but I mean, you saw something I didn't see. I don't know.
I'm still sticking by Joe getting medevaced. So
Joe, I mean that finger was looking pretty gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
And so here they told us that we had to be incredibly careful because there's MRSA, like that flesh-eating bacteria. It's in the water.
That sounds bad.
So yeah, it's terrible. And several producers and crew got it, and it's nasty, like nasty. Yeah. So
wow.
I don't know. No, nothing from me, but I do know that.
Gosh,
that stuff's real.
If there's like stuff that'll kill you in the water, that makes aqua dumping a whole lot more dangerous.
Everything is more dangerous. Everything is exponentially more dangerous.
All right, he continues. Michelle, I got pretty worried vibes from her because she said stuff like, I didn't see the swap coming and we are screwed and stuff like that. I don't think anybody saw the swap coming at an uneven number. So,
yeah, uneven numbers always a scary one.
Well, an uneven number that can't be divided by 2 or 3. So Michelle, side note, remember when I said in my last feedback that the Brawn tribe was totally screwed? Yeah, I got it so wrong. Jason and Sydney, they played well and they are sitting pretty until the merge. Hey, I see you in the document. Hello there, Joe.
Oh, hi.
Nick, what? He got a confessional? Oh, wait, he was arrogant, so nothing changed there, he says. Condole, Scott, he played it really well, and when Ty told him that he had an idol, I started to yell at the screen, tell Ty about your idol, but then he played it even better, so good for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I have an idol. I'm trying not to tell. I'm telling as few people as possible.
No one ever, unless you still don't. No. You don't even tell Jeff.
Yeah.
Like, you don't tell anybody you have an idol, man.
Joe, I pretty much can't remember anything that he did in this episode. So, yeah. Aubrey, she was meh. Ty, love him, and he did the right thing when he decided to not play his idol. And if the Beauty Tribe gets decimated, except for Ty, he will be really valuable player in the merge. Peter, I really thought that he was going home, but he didn't, so good for him. And I'm interested to see how his journey will go. The Boot, a.k.a. Anna, she got unlucky, and it's a shame because she might have been a really good player. Next time on. Oh, do you want to say anything?
Well, I was just gonna say, you know whose game I'm actually impressed with is Aubrey's. I think now that she kind of has settled into the game a little bit. I mean, we saw at the beginning she had a really hard time with acclimating in the sun, but now she seemed to kind of chilled out, and she's finding her wherewithal in the game, which is great. I mean, I think as of what I'm noticing, I mean, she's right. She said Aubrey was mad, but if you really look, I think she's playing. You know, she's kind of figuring it out. Seems like.
Well, and she's in a better position than a Peter is for sure.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
so
yeah.
If you're doing better than someone else, that's always a good thing.
Always.
Yeah. Next time on, if Condole loses, I think that Joe will get booted out. Oh, I don't know about that because he's got Aubrey there. And if Chandler loses, I think Michelle will get voted out.
Nah.
Yeah, we don't agree with you, Emily.
I don't know.
All right, Emily is about to be impressed. First of all, it took me a couple episodes to learn how to pronounce his name.
Emily.
It's Emily.
Emily.
Yes.
Okay. Emily.
This was your friend Emily from Finland. Hear you guys later. And like we say in Finland, Nakami. Or Nekami. I think it's Nekami.
Nakmin?
No, see over there in parentheses.
It says Nakimi.
Yeah, but maybe it is
Nakami.
I think it's Nakami.
Nakame.
I'm so sorry.
Emily, I'm sorry if we're butchering this like terribly.
Oh, he'll get a crack.
You're gonna have to let me know.
Yeah. P.S. Sorry for the short feedback, but I was really tired because I had 3 tests this week and 1 presentation. There we go, y'all. That was Emily from Finland.
Hope you rocked them. Hope you crushed those tests.
Yeah, me too. So you gonna read Steve's?
Yeah, I'll read Steve's. Graphic artist from New York. Shout out to my artists.
There you go.
Awesome. All right. Hello, Dwaine and Joe. Get better, David. We need you back next week. Completely agree.
Yep.
Welcome, Joe. Thank you. Some yoga at D&D. I don't know. Do you do yoga?
Man, I tried yoga once and it was really hard.
You should try. You need to. So means you need to do it more. Perfect.
Okay. All right. All right. So it was the P90X version of yoga. Have you ever done that?
I have. I do P90X. I like P90X.
So I did like 10 weeks of P90X and then I got a kidney stone and had to stop. And I was down to like 205. I'm at 240 right now. So
hey,
but
no more kidney stones.
That's right. It's like 30 minutes into the yoga DVD and I'm on the 4th move. Yoga is slow.
It is slow.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Slow. It's good. Anyways. All right. Yeah. He says, nice artwork on Survivor. Thank you. Did I go to art school? Yes, I did. I went to Northern Arizona and I was a painting major and then I switched over to jewelry. I see Neil has the idol now. So 3 idols are in play. Nice. I hope the super idol gets played. Please. It would suck if it doesn't happen. I mean, it's going to play out like you were saying earlier, Dwaine. It's going to be awesome. Drop your buffs. Myself, I would not mind at all to get the red buff. I wouldn't mind that, but if you kind of want to network with people, you kind of want to get in there.
Yeah. Which is what Julia said. You know, I'm going to miss getting to that.
Connects.
That's what I'm missing. That's right.
Yeah. And do you know how many days were they from the swap to the next challenge? Was it a day off? Was it 2 days? Do you know? Or
just a second.
Because I want to say it was a day. So they had not only the day when they get back from the swap to hang out, but a whole nother day, which I think is why
we started on day 12 and the switch up happened on day 12. Tribal council happened on day 13.
Okay. So you had a day. So there's a day off for Neil to find all of his stuff and for everyone to mingle and get to know each other.
Yeah. I guess kind of day 12 would be your day off. If they did that switch in the morning.
Yep.
And then the day 13 is the immunity challenge and tribal council. So yeah.
So it's time. I mean, it's a good chunk of time. Me and my son, another 3 days on the island, no problem. She will be okay for 3 days alone. Yep. They have the camera guys there.
also true, but it's still not as it's a long day.
Yeah,
it's a long time alone in your head. Would you guys like getting the red buff? So what do you? I'd be okay with it, but what do you? Would you want it?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, an extra 2 or 3 days is always good. I think it would also depend on how the other tribes were divided about what my initial thought would be. Do I like this or not? And so if I felt like I was going to be good, like I had people in both tribes, I'd be all for it. Yeah.
Wait, wouldn't it have been interesting is if whoever got to pick the red buff got to choose someone to swap out with?
Oh, that would have been amazing. Oh,
like, so you get it, and now you can choose, like, you're gonna get to isolate it, but, or however, I don't know how you could tie that in, but I just thought of that for some reason.
I like that.
All right. So we got I see Obama talking a lot of stuff already about making the merge. He didn't learn anything last time with the blind side.
That's right.
I see Obama is making a lot of friends at his new tribe. Haha. Already he is a target. I don't know if here's the thing. Target is a funny word because I don't think he's a target. I think he's just, to his tribe mates, he's
expendable,
unaware. Yeah, he's expendable. So there's a difference. To them, they're thinking we can get rid of this guy at any time because we know how he plays the game. Yeah. So for me, a target is someone with an idol, someone who's got social power, someone who's playing strategically. Like, those are targets.
Yeah. Someone who's a threat to you.
Or a threat to you doing better.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
NBA and Yao Man are clicking together. Dynamic duo Yao Man. That's cool. Don't see Yao Man leaving soon, but you never know. The challenge, credit to the NBA for carrying the team in the beginning of the challenge. Scott crushed it. I don't know why he was paired up with a lady in the beginning. Maybe they didn't know the fish were really heavy. What did Jeff say? 100 pounds?
100 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's got to be
wet.
Dry. Yeah.
And with the water holding it back. Yeah.
Yeah. That's beast mode. Now the NBA has a big advantage knowing where the other idol is with the super idol play. If he can make the merge. Yeah. If Scott can make the merge, ultimate goal of the first half of the game.
Yeah.
The merge.
Hey, go back and read the Yao Man's tribe loses the challenge.
Oh yeah, Yao Man's tribe loses the challenge. At camp, people are talking. Yao Man, Obama, poker player on the chopping block. I don't like that Yao Man is telling people that he has the idol.
Right.
Information.
There you go.
Information.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Tribal council.
Tribal council. Did Obama say he has the position of power?
Yes, he did.
Short-term memory, right? You are talking like this at tribal council. Poker player was looking hard at Yao Man with the idol. Yao Man didn't play it. Poker player is out. Got rivered. Poker term. Yeah, getting rivered out. Terrible card. And I feel you. Yao Man did the right play. Save the idol for later in the game, unless you know for sure you were on the outs. Okay, D&D and Joe, we'll catch you next week. Steve, cheers, brother. Appreciate it. Love it. Yao Man.
Good
NBA,
stuff.
Yao Man.
That's right.
Obama. I need. If Steve, you write back, we need a name for everybody. You got to give.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I want the whole cast and their title.
That's right. That's right. By the way, it looks like David is in the chat room. Well, he was. Oh, yeah. There he is. He's in the chat room.
Still there? What up?
Hello, David. Good to see you. Wish you were here. Not. No, I'm just kidding.
You kind of do wish you were here.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Joe. All right. We have one more feedback. That's right. St. Patty's Day. We got one more feedback. It's from Vader Girl. Here we go.
Hi, Dwaine and Joe. This is Mir. I am aka Vader Girl. Joey, amazing. I'm very happy to have you as a host. I hope David feels better. My question is for Joe. I wonder, after viewing Caleb's injury and evacuation from the game, How was that for you emotionally? And how do you think that affects players when they're injured during a game or potentially injured as you were and as Caleb was, who was ultimately medevaced, but it seems like you could have gone that same way also. Sending you lots of love. And also, how do you think this has affected the Beauties game as a whole? Do you think Anna would have been voted out? Sending you guys lots of love again, and may the force be with you. Bye.
And with you. Vader Girl, love it.
So what do you think?
No, Vader Girl, great questions. It definitely was emotional for me too. I know exactly what that feeling is like. Except for the extreme part of where my body's going into shock and my vitals are shutting down, like that part. But the overheating, I definitely was able to experience that, and it's not fun. I mean, you just you're hot. Your body's so hot. Your core temperature it's the hottest I've ever been in my entire life. We were doing the block challenge with the blindfold, and it was it's the middle of the day because it's the best lighting for to shoot. And it's something that it's so intense and so it's almost like a dream. It's like a weird dream. Still don't even. I feel it. Like I can feel that anxiety and that going back to that place. I feel so bad for Caleb. I mean, I ask anybody who's ever played this game. It's so tough, and then to put yourself in that position and be vulnerable, and then you're conquered by the game. So not only does it like kick you out, but it is stomping on you on the way out and saying like, you thought you could handle me, but guess what? Gotcha. I couldn't even imagine what that would be like to have my life in the game out on account of myself. Right. It's weird. It's a hard, like, what if I didn't push that hard? Would I still have pushed that hard knowing that this was still going to happen? But then it's such a weird, weird dynamic, but, and then, it definitely affects the beauty tribe. 100%. Affects everybody in the game when someone leaves, whether it be, I mean, like Terry Dietz for his son said something like that. Like once someone's life is on the line, it really changes everything. And it makes it real. Like, I mean, you go back and look at Jeff's face and production, like Dr. Joe, and the sense of not only just the fact like, holy crap, we might lose somebody right now, but there's just something the panic is real, because it is real. Like anyone who tells you the game isn't what it's so hard. Yeah. So, it's gonna be something that it's a terrible tragedy, but it's gonna rally people to play harder, to dig deeper. You know, the beauty tribe is gonna be tight. The girls were super close to Caleb, and it's all it's all just so whack. Yeah. It messes it up. Yep. It messes it up so much. So
all right.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Thank you, Vader Girl. That was awesome.
Thank you, Vader Girl. Thank you so much.
So we have a little thing we call iTunes reviews. If it works. Oh, David tried to call on the phone and
did he?
And totally messed up my system here. So I don't have any.
Get him back.
David, why'd you do that? He tried to call me, and I'm using my phone because I gave my iPad away.
We read them. iTunes reviews.
Now, the ironic thing is we don't have any iTunes reviews this week, but
perfect.
I want to remind y'all
to
submit some so I can play that awesome intro to the whole thing.
Otherwise, we're just going to have an awesome intro, and
that's right. And no reviews.
We're just going to be talking.
Seriously, leave us iTunes reviews. It helps people find the show. So if you want to know how David and Colton did against each other in the power rankings, go to our website, stwdd.com, scroll down, and you'll see episode 5 and see how they did. We do have, Joe, I'm so excited about this. You know, we do a Mikko challenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where David and I compete against each other. That's right.
Yep.
In fact, I'm going to play that because I think it's awesome. So here we go.
The Mikko Challenge, an ongoing battle of memory power and observation skills between the two Ds of Survivor podcasting, David and Dwaine. Now, mates, chivvy along. I'm off to see a man about a dog.
I'm going to have to change the intro because we are changing the Mikko Challenge. All right? Beginning next week, the Mikko Challenge will be a battle between me and a different randomly chosen listener each week.
Ooh, okay.
So that'll be cool. So what we'll do is any listener who wishes to battle the amazing Dwaine, who always, I always lose the Mikko Challenge. So it's not a hard thing to do. All right. All they have to do is submit their name and phone number to our feedback email each week. Has to be each week. And we will randomly select a member, a listener. That means you got to be home, right? And awake when we call you. So, and then we will battle each other in the Mikko Challenge, and we'll see who wins. Yeah. David's calling me again.
Oh,
right,
there he is.
Hello, David.
Hello, Dwaine.
How are you?
What's up, sicky face?
Good, buddy. How are you?
David, you have to talk. David, you have to talk.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Are you awake, David? Are you well?
That's the quality of my voice, is that I'm not.
Well, Joe and I have had a great time without you, but we do miss you.
I know,
it would be better.
I got to see something really good.
Yeah. So why'd you call?
Because you told me to call in if I wanted to call in and say hi.
Oh, okay. Do you have
I can see you having fun, so I'll let you go.
No. Do you have a question for Joe?
What's up, buddy?
What's harder, the weather in Cambodia or dealing with Dwaine for 2 hours?
Man,
it's only been an hour and a half. Oh,
that's
he's already got it twice, David.
I would hate to have to do this in Cambodia for 10 minutes.
No, I can't hear him.
Oh, you can't hear me? Oh.
You can't hear him, David?
I don't think he can hear me.
No, all I hear is your voice.
Oh, well, we just learned something because we're having to figure out how we're going to do all this call-in stuff. And if that's the case, we're going to have to figure something out. Yeah.
We have to get you on. We have to get one of those old school phones with the little lines. You gotta.
Yeah, I'm going to have to figure that out. All right, David. Nice talking to you, David. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you, Joe, for going in. You guys have fun.
You're welcome.
He said you're welcome.
Feel better.
Yeah.
Is he gone?
Poor David.
We lost him.
Poor David.
We lost him.
All right.
That's all right.
Joe, do you have anything to promote?
Well, I'm doing some t-shirt designs still for Mike Holloway's t-shirt company. We're doing sweetteadesignshop.com and still selling Team Joe shirts and got a bunch of new designs coming out in the next couple months for the summer. And just follow the Anglim sisters. My sisters they finally got their band up and running. So
cool.
Check out the Anglim sisters. I think I might be in a couple. I was in their first music video. I feel like you've mentioned this before, maybe a long time ago.
It's all right.
But I'm doing a lot of charity stuff and doing something for Give Kids the World. It's charity out of Florida, and Cheer for Your Life. It's a Warriors program that we put together, me and Mike and Missy. It's Missy's baby from season 29, but she has a great heart. We have a lot of ideas that we're just now developing this last year.
Mm-hmm.
And we had our first event. It was last August and went really well. So we're hoping to do another event this year. And
awesome.
raise some more awareness, and just it's kids helping kids, essentially, just underprivileged kids around the nation. So it's good. There's a lot of good stuff.
Awesome.
So.
Is there a website that you want to send people to or anything?
Yeah, go to Cheer for Your Life Warriors, and you can sign up. And essentially, there's different missions. Anyone can sign up. You can create teams or tribes, if you will. And there's a newsletter that'll go out, and we have YouTube videos that are linked up. And it's just promoting good community, going out and doing acts of service. And the kids can they can get service hours for their school, or I know a lot of high schools, kids need service hours, and it's just a lot of good stuff. So you should definitely check it out.
All right, that's Joe, guys. Be sure to do all that stuff. Check it out. Check out his sisters. And it was great to have you. Great to have you on. Awesome having you on.
Thanks,
you can hang around to the end if you want, and we'll talk a little afterwards. Or if you got to go, you can go right now. I got about 3 more minutes worth of stuff.
Cool. Get ready for the Joga DVDs.
The Joga DVDs. So do you want to hang around, or do you want to go ahead and go?
Oh, I can hang around for a little bit.
All right.
We got do some Q&A, or if we got anyone wants to.
No, I was just going to close out the show and you and I talk at the end. Well, actually, if you got any questions in the chat room, go ahead and ask them now while I'm doing this closing out stuff. And Joe and I will do those questions at the end. So we'll do that. So thanks for listening, everybody. You can get more D&D by joining our always family-friendly Facebook group, stwdd.com/Facebook, and follow me on Twitter at Survivor_talk. There are 2 ways. That's right. There are 2 ways to support the show and say thank you financially. You can, 1, become a D&D patron. Not only do you get some fun perks like we do a weekly D&D extra video. You know how like you have a DVD and have the little DVD extras? You know, Joe? So
the little like is it the $1 DVD that you get in the mail, or is this like?
No, it's like when you shut up. It's like when you rent Bridge of Spies and there's a 20-minute DVD extra about how they made the movie.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you.
Our $2 and up patrons get an extra video every week of David and I talking about the next episode. So it's
just more of you talking. That's right. That's great. That's fantastic.
Thank you, Joe.
Of course I won't. No, I'm in. I want to be in that club.
You want to be a D&D patron? Dude, $2 a month. That's all it is. All right. You help us make the show better. You help us pay the bills. You help us take our wives out on the occasional date.
On the occasion. There it is. Yeah.
Well, we devote a lot of time to this.
But it's a nice date. It's quality.
It's quality. That's right.
Yeah.
Of course, all active patrons at the end of March get to be a part of our Kelly and Friends show. Joe, what do you think an active patron means?
Active patron?
Yeah.
Like they jog a lot, or they work out regularly. Yeah, you got to be active.
Yes, that and their pledge actually went through.
Yes, and they got approved.
Yeah. If beside your name it says declined, you're not an active patron.
You might want to go rethink your strategy.
It's like in your t-shirt business, if their credit card is declined, they don't get the t-shirt.
Yeah. And you might want to rethink that if you're going out taking your girlfriends and wives out.
That's right. Yeah. Easiest way is to shop Amazon using our links, and of course they're also on our Facebook group. Joe, you should use our Amazon links. So
Amazon. Okay.
stwdd.com/Amazon. All right. Thank you for tuning in, sharing our show with others, subscribing in iTunes, et cetera, et cetera. Let's go to some questions on the chat room. We got time for this. Let's see. Rion D says, is Joe going to do Durham Warriors anytime soon?
I've heard about Durham Warriors, and I talked to Bob Crowley at my this most recent finale, and it sounds like a really interesting, awesome program. So definitely I got to get a hold of him and figure out the dates and how to get signed up for that. But I would love to. It sounds amazing.
All right. Rachel on Twitter, her name is Rachel at Salome5. She, back 2 hours ago, she reminded us that it was Penner, Russ Swan, and Scoopin.
Scoop-a-loop. That's what it was.
That's right.
penner and scooping and.
Yeah. And then 1 hour ago, Rachel asked, "What is Joe's opinion on the Jason Scott versus Alicia thing?" Or do you want to get into that?
We could get into that. We
All
could
right.
talk
What's
about
your opinion
that a little
on
bit. Well, so yeah, mind you, I take everything kind of at a half grain of salt, because when you're out there, there's a lot of time, and editing is a big part of the game and of what you see and it's more of like the general consensus of what everyone is feeling and seeing versus the actuality of what's happening. But just based on Alicia's edit and the guy's edit, obviously there was a little bit of bullying and a little bit of like, I mean, they put her down. There's no question. They made her feel completely belittled in the situation. I love her fight. I love her, I love Alicia's spirit in that fact that she was not going to back down. I like that about her. However, awareness is huge. You have to be aware in the game. And if Sydney's coming up to her, if the guys are telling her these things or trying to help her, which I think it sounded like Scott, like in the beginning, Scott was kind of trying to take her under his wing. Like, oh, I can mold this girl a little bit and make her an ally. But if someone's so stubborn and hard-headed and isn't hearing, like, hey, you should do this, or hey, help me, like, if your personalities are clashing, there's nothing you can really, I mean, sometimes there's no saving somebody. So I think that's kind of where it was at for Scott and Jason, and even Sydney. She's like, this girl, I'm done. Like, I gotta babysit her all the time. And that's a telltale sign of, okay, they're done. Like they're like, we're not, this is a lost cause. We're getting rid of her as soon as tomorrow, like yesterday. She's gone yesterday. Like,
Alicia was kind of like that firecracker or that firework that's powerful, and you lit the fuse and it
explodes sideways.
Well, no, you can't see the fuse, but it's not exploding yet.
Oh.
You know, you're like afraid to go up to it because it's so dangerous. Anyway, I don't know why.
Or it's like the firework that's pointing upside down.
There you go.
Like, and you lit it and you go, oh, like, I don't know what to do. It just like slowly tilts, and all of a sudden you're going, oh, run.
And then when you get her upset, she's like the Roman candles that you pointed at your friend in the church parking lot and had Roman candle wars.
Yeah, exactly.
Those were so much fun.
No, I felt for her, but at the same time, I don't know. That's just tough. It's tough to see. Guys were done. You can just become a bad person out there in Survivor.
Well,
You can just throw it at somebody anytime, it's. But.
And really, depending on how CBS wants to show you, depends on whether or not they're even going to show that. So, for example, and I would think this would be true, if you went off on somebody, you being Joey Amazing, I don't think CBS would have shown it, because that's not the story they want to show of Joey.
I went off on people,
and they didn't show it.
I've had moments. There's so much time and so much great material. I mean, we're talking days of amazing footage of little things, little funny things. I mean, conversations, bad mouthing, emotional stuff, things that come out at Tribal. I mean, there's so much juicy stuff, but you can't show it all. You just can't. So you have to kind of tell the story from almost this like bird's eye view without getting too much involved. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Well, and they have a storyline for you.
Exactly.
Right? So,
and we don't know what it is. I go out there, we just do our thing.
Right.
And you come home and you're going, I hope I got a good clip of me doing something smart this week and not dumb.
So they look and they're like, okay, here Joey, cussed out Tasha, and here Joey made hammocks for everybody. Let's show the hammocks, right? But then they have, here's Cass getting mad at somebody. Here's Cass doing this. Let's show Cass getting mad at somebody, or, basically it's What story are they telling for you? So Scott and Jason are kind of getting this story.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But they also, I mean, and it's not one clip does not define you.
No.
And it's hard to express that to people, especially like with my family. I mean, I care about these people that I've played with, but I come home and my family's saying, "Oh, I hate them," and because they're they're biased. They don't want to like this person.
Right.
And then you see you're going to remember the one bad thing about somebody and forget the 10 good things every single time. So it's there's a lot. There's so much more, I'm sure, but you get the basic idea. You get the gist.
Right.
Like, there's conflict. Alicia is not aware. The guys are like done, and Sydney's trying to be nice and keep her in good spirits, but it's you can't help it. I mean, you can't help who you are and what the game is.
All right, Rion has another question. Joe, to show how much editing goes into the shows, excuse me, do you recall any seasons you did where you were mean? Oh, we just talked about that. But it didn't show because you always got a favorable edit. Well, we just talked about that. So you said that there were some times where you got upset and went off on people.
Yeah, well, and it was mostly, I mean, primarily was like at Tribal. And Tribal is so long. I mean, in real time, it's like it could be an hour and a half. It could be 2 hours long in real time.
Right.
So I mean, there was like the night that Fishback went home. I mean, me and Abby went back and forth pitching our case about why we should stay. And I threw Abby under the bus. I mean, she threw me under the bus, and it got heated, but it's still like, I mean, I still love Abby. I mean, I talk to Abby. I still respect her because it's the game. It's the game. It's the nature of the game.
Yeah.
But is it going to come off as terrible or, I mean, destructive, or is it maybe so bad that production's like, we don't want to touch it because you don't know how to tie it into the story.
Right.
But everything, that's the problem. The whole time you're out there is the game. The whole thing is the game.
Right.
But what are you going to, like, you can't show everything unless it's Big Brother Survivor.
Right.
But
no, they would never do.
You guys would be so bored. You guys would be so bored if this was Big Brother. You guys are they just sitting. They're just sitting all day. They're sitting in the shelter. It's raining all day. You guys are just boring.
Rachel wants to know who is your winner pick. And if you don't have a winner pick, since you're not spoiled, let's make this clear: you're not spoiled, correct?
I'm not spoiled.
Okay. Do you have a winner pick?
I don't have a winner pick.
Okay. Who you're rooting for?
I had my final three. Was the Beauty Girls. Was Michelle, Julia, and Anna. Obviously, that's not good. And then I really, really liked Neil from the beginning. Like when I was just kind of picking my people who I think are going to do really well. Was Neil, Jason, and I liked Debbie, but as the game was progressing, I think she's still a little too aggressive. I think she's playing a smart game. She's acting goofy and crazy and nutty. She's trying to gather intel and be all strategic, but she's still pretty aggressive in her gameplay in between people.
Right.
So we'll see how that pans out for her. I don't know.
All right. You got like 5 or 10 minutes left, right?
Oh yeah, I got some time. Yeah. I mean, we're supposed to pick up Rodney here like
10 minutes
now, but 10 minutes.
So Kathy Tarasenko wants to know, how much do you know what's going on at the other tribes before the merge/swap? When Alicia was voted off, someone called her Blondie.
Well, interesting point. You don't know anything at all. The only thing that you can kind of gauge is anything someone tells you. Obviously. So, if for them to say Blondie, that would be kind of a funny thing, just in terms of that's how they referred to her. They don't really know. I mean, unless Jeff calls you out by name on the mat in between, at the challenge, you don't know anything. And that's what, as a fan, you always forget is You're now coming into this, and you have to take everyone's word at 50-50. Are what they telling me happened at their old camp the truth?
Right.
Or if not, what are they telling me, and can I believe it? Is it believable? If they're saying so and so doesn't have an idol, no one has an idol, I don't know who has idols. Do you believe that, even though that's the truth?
Right.
Because your paranoia is so great. So I don't know. I don't think there was any. I think that was just a coincidence, or maybe someone just mentioned it, but.
Or Jason yelled out, "Blondie, hurry up!" or something earlier.
Yeah, or something like. I mean, you pick up stuff, or you should.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, bro?
What's up? What part of the episode are you guys covering right now?
We're doing Q&A with on the reel. Here, get in here.
I have a question. For Dwaine Stroud.
Oh,
it's
no.
a Q&A question.
Yes.
Okay, this is not good.
How many years have you been a super fan of Survivor?
That's a good question.
Super, not just a fan, super fan.
What'd you say? He smells delicious? Is that what you said?
We have a weird thing going on here.
He smells like Corona. He smells like a gum. He smells.
Okay.
It's not true.
No, but
it's
your cologne.
It is.
He has what is it?
It's Mont Blanc. Actually.
It's really nice. It smells wonderful.
It's called cannabis cologne.
No,
I'm just kidding.
They don't make. Do they make that?
I don't know.
Do they make?
I don't know.
Cologne?
I don't
know.
And I said, do they make?
I don't know
because I was wearing
a real thing.
I don't know if that's legal in Arizona. Sorry, I don't know. I know it is in Seattle and some other.
No.
Oh, okay.
Where
right,
is it? Well,
it's mildly legal
in Arizona. Okay. Anyway,
depends on who you are.
I really actually was more of a casual fan until David and I decided to do a podcast about it.
Nice.
And then so that would have been January of 2012, I guess, or 2013. I don't remember one of those years we started. We started on One World, so however long that.
Was. Yeah. Good
that was our first. And basically what it was the only person I would talk about Survivor with was David. And so
you said, let's film it and let people in on it.
Yeah. And at the time, we used to just do audio. And at the time I was listening to the Lost podcast. With Jay and Jack. And I said, David, we should do a podcast. And he goes, what's that? And I told him. And then over the next 3 weeks, I learned all there was to see. I do all the work. He just gets on the air.
I love it.
That is so true. We really ought to split all our patron stuff 75-25. But anyway, no. So really, once we started podcasting about it, was whenever I really began to pay more attention to it. I'm still not as much of I don't go to all the reality rallies and all that kind of stuff, and I don't get people. I mean, I have all the buffs, but I don't have people sign them and things like that.
Hey, I do.
Mike, I was with you. I didn't ask you to sign anything, right?
True story. You were so gracious.
Signed his back. You signed his back. Remember?
I didn't sign his back. Don't be.
Oh, that
weird.
was that other guy.
Don't be weird right now. No,
yeah.
We had an amazing lunch in Dallas. It's still there. Yeah. Does it say Psalm 121?
Yeah. Somebody had you write Psalm something on their back.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Yeah. You know what? Hey, I look at it like this, and I believe I told you this in person, that whenever you've been given much is expected. So go out of your way, have a good time with it, and be personable, because none of us are anything. You know what I mean? We're all just regular people, and we got a very cool opportunity to do this game that we love.
Oh yeah, and that's what's great. We love it.
Love it,
Mike. Someone wants to know Mike. Are you spoiled on this season?
I am not, thank God. The only thing I was spoiled on was Caleb getting medically evac.
Okay.
And
then do you have a winner pick?
I do have a winner
pick.
I picked the youngest survivor to ever win this game.
It's a big statement, Cotton.
Julia.
The red buff.
From the Beauty Tribe.
Red buff.
The one and only on the /Exile Island. I guess that's what we have going on right now.
Exile
she had a little moment.
Hey,
you sure?
She'll be okay. She'll be
All
okay.
right.
She'll be okay.
They didn't dwell on it too long. They just kind of
said,
That
hey,
is true.
She's having a tough time, and then right back to business.
But my girl's good at puzzles.
She's really
my
good at
girl's
puzzles.
is good at puzzles, which is huge.
Oh,
love it.
Really good at
puzzles. Love it.
Do
Hey,
you have
I'm getting tapped on my shoulder.
Okay.
That I've got to go. I'll
All
let
right.
you guys finish this
Hang
up.
on, wait. Hang on. Can we just look at that?
Happy St. Patty's Day. Love you guys. Love D&D.
Hi, y'all.
If you guys haven't subscribed or you're not partners and you're not paying these guys money, support the cause.
Doing something wrong.
Support the cause. These guys
Hey,
are worth
we
it.
actually have a couple survivors who are D&D patrons. I consider that a pretty darn huge honor for that. So,
hey,
pretty cool. Thank you, guys.
I know. I love you guys.
Thank you very much.
Talk to you soon, bud. Thank you for letting me craft your podcast.
Next time I'm in Texas, I'll come see you again.
Next time he's in Texas, he's coming to see you.
It's on me this time. I'll buy.
All right.
I'll buy this time.
All right.
Love it.
You know, Joe.
What do you do?
We like go to eat, right? And I'm thinking this guy just won $1 million. I wonder if he'll buy my lunch.
No, he's the cheapest. No,
I bought
he's
freaking
the
lunch.
worst. He's the worst. I'm like, so Mike, what are you doing with your 600,000? He goes, I'm keeping it. Like,
right.
he's not doing anything. Like, I ain't spending a nickel on you, dude.
He recommended the wing place, told me what I should order, and he was conveniently late.
And he brought in a value menu meal from
No, I'm just
next
playing.
door.
It was fun. He did let me wear an immunity necklace, which was pretty darn awesome.
Oh no.
That's right.
Hang on. I don't know what happened. I lost you for a second. Hang on. My screen
All
went
right.
black.
All right.
Oh,
I
we
can
back.
see you.
Okay, we back. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking.
I don't think we have any more questions here. Let me look. Twitter, nothing going on there. Chat room. The last thing we have is Rachel saying, I like Julia, but I honestly don't see her win. We've barely seen her. She has she even had a confessional yet? Yeah, she's had a confessional.
She's had one.
All right. Yeah.
But she is and Mike, me and Mike we talk a lot. I mean, we talk a lot Survivor. And she is consistent. Mm-hmm. She's really good under pressure in the challenges and the puzzles. And I don't know, did you was it last week where they did the rice bags through the hole? The ladder?
Yes.
It was last week.
Well, I don't know if it was last week, but I remember that.
So she carried one of those bags pretty much up the beach by herself.
Yeah.
I mean those are pretty heavy. So yeah. She's strong. I mean, I know she's not getting like a lot of FaceTime,
right?
But we're both predicting her to go far. Yeah.
All right. We do have another question. Joe, pretend you were in the game for Caleb and it was your first time. Who do you think you would team up with? So
I'm Caleb and I'm teaming up with somebody.
You're on the beauty tribe and you are in place of Caleb.
Well, this is the thing about you only have so many people that you can align with. You're given a tribe of 6. Your options are limited. Trust me, this is worlds apart all over again. So letting things happen organically and naturally is really important to just in life and in the game. I mean, letting that kind of facilitate itself naturally and building those little relationships and bonds before even talking strategy or aligning is really important. Because if Jen would have just locked herself in with Vince in our season, which she kind of did in the beginning, and then realized, oh, actually, he's kind of a loose cannon strategically. I don't necessarily want to align myself with him. I have a better relationship with Joe, and then it switched. So you have to pick and choose. Your options are limited. I would definitely vibe with Ty. It's easy. He's easy, likable all that. We would vibe. The girls are all young. I feel like that would be an easy compatibility thing for me to just, we have a lot in common. It's just, I would say Nick and I, it's probably the same scenario. I am in Caleb's spot. I'm aligned with kind of Ty and the girls and
right.
Just picking my spot and trying to be an asset, and that's all you can really do. It's so limiting. It's such the 3 tribe it's hard.
Right. So which of the 3 girls would you have wanted to cuddle next to?
Oh,
to keep warm at night.
All of them.
You can only have 2 at a time, Joey. I'm sorry, only 2 at a time.
Well, I mean, I'll cuddle with Ty too, but that's my point is I wouldn't pick one girl. You cuddle with everyone so that you don't want a little fling happening. You want to keep the even playing field. So to answer your question, I would cuddle with all of them. But
all right,
maybe
all right.
yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I give nope. You're gonna snooker me into that one.
You're not gonna tell us who you think was the cutest on the entire season.
They're all cute in their own way.
I think the cutest one's already gone.
Cute.
They're all very cute, but the cutest one's gone.
Yeah, Julia, Anna, Michelle. They're all pretty cute.
Liz was pretty darn cute.
Liz was cute. She was cute, but I feel like her posture, like the way that she carries herself, is a little bit rigid.
Yeah,
and
okay.
That's a big personality is big for me, Dwaine.
Right.
I'm a big viber in like personality and the inside. Attractiveness is definitely not just on the surface.
Well, that would be how you and Jen hit it off as friends so quickly, I would think.
Oh, we just joked and putzed around all day.
Right.
I mean, we just quoted movies and
yeah,
made fun of everybody.
Yeah. You know what though? If I'm on an island, I want to hang around somebody that I can joke around with, and really, because that helps pass the time.
It does. And that's how relationships form.
Right.
That's what makes it so hard. That's what makes this game so hard is
you're
building friendships and relationships, and you're in a scenario that's supposed to bond you for life, and yet you have to
stab them. That's right.
It's brilliant. All right,
I'm gonna ask you a final question. What was you've played Survivor twice. Do you have a favorite moment?
I have so many. That's
really
hard.
You don't really have one that
I got like my top 3 would be the first time it was the first challenge with my me and Mike looked. I'll build. So it's the right where we head down the little ramp and go into the hay bales on the very first challenge, and I remember standing there and we're getting ready to go. Jeff's about ready to count us in, and I look over at Mike Holloway, and me and him are just jumping up and down, giddy as schoolgirls, and we look over and just link eyes, and I look at him and I go, "We're playing Survivor."
Awesome.
And it was just this cool moment where we both, I'd never met the guy, didn't know anything about him, but I just knew we shared this like love of Survivor, and then the fact that we were both getting to play in the first challenge of season 30, like it was just so cool. And then another moment that sticks out is like winning my first immunity challenge was pretty cool. That was just a weird, it's such a surreal feeling knowing like that's what I've dreamt about my whole life, and now I'm doing it. And then when Terry had to leave, that stuck out. It's just like as a love. There was a lot of love in both seasons. Where we would go out to the beach and sit on the beach and embrace each other, and like we would cry and pray and be thankful for like the opportunity, and we're talking about family and how much we miss our family back home, and there was like so much love, and that's a lot of stuff you'll never see, but those were some of like my favorite moments in the game, where you're going, the game's off, we're being real, we're talking around the fire, and you're just like
you just kind of smile, going, "Damn, I'm playing Survivor." Like,
yeah,
this is pretty cool.
So have you pretty much decompressed from? Like, could you go out again tomorrow? Are you ready, or do you still need more time? You're not going out of town this weekend, are you?
No, I don't think so.
I mean,
not that I know. Maybe if I'm in.
You're not going out of town the first weekend of April, are you? You're not going to be in Los Angeles, are you?
I guess you'll know. No, hey, I would play again.
Yes,
I would play again. Cambodia sucks. It's not fun. It took a lot out of my sales.
Yeah. Survivor Hawaii sounds nicer. Survivor Cayman Islands.
Survivor Hilton. Like,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
No Cambodia. I probably won't do Cambodia again. If I did have the opportunity to come back, though, I think I would be okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm decompressed now, but the game changes you. You don't come back.
Yeah.
I'm as the same person. I don't care what anyone says. They say, "Oh no, I'm fine. I'm back." Like, no, life changes after the game.
Yeah.
In ways they can't even express, but all for the good. But good things. Good things. Yeah. So
all right, man. Well,
cool, brother.
I'm going to have to let you go. It's been such a good time. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
My friend, thank you for having me. This was fun. We got to do this. We should do this again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. I know, just to let everybody know, it was short notice. I asked you like late yesterday and you told me, I thought I was calling you at like 9 o'clock in the morning. I didn't know it was 6 or whatever. You're like, good morning. And I'm like, it's not morning. I've been at work for 2.5 hours. What are you talking about?
I'm like, no, it's early over here, dude. It's early.
So sorry about that.
6:30 in the morning. I'm like waking up, getting ready to go for a hike. And you're going, all right.
So I was like, Joe, you haven't given me an answer yet. And I'm going to have to ask somebody else.
Yeah,
so
no, I was in. So no, man, thanks for calling me up. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good time tonight. Tell everybody again I said hi. Thanks for coming on the show.
Of course, brother.
It's been awesome. Tell your mom hello.
I will. I totally will. And tell David rest up, and we'll listen to you guys here again soon.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
All right, buddy. Happy St. Patty's. Later,
you
man.
too, buddy.